starting from the daytime makeup look. I have already done my eyebrows and I also primed my eyelids with concealer. And now let's move on to the eyeshadows. I will be using my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette for both of these eye looks today. So I'm first taking this light matte color. And I'm just setting the concealer I used to prime my eyelids, because for me this helps the eyeshadow to stay on longer and not starting to crease so easily. After that I want some kind of light wash of color to my crease, so I'm going back and forward in these two colors. Then I'm just tapping off the excess and I'm starting to blend these colors to my crease. I'm starting lower in my crease and then I'm working my way up when I don't have so much product left in my brush anymore. And then I'm just doing the same thing for my other eye. After that I'm taking this lighter kind of peachy pinky shimmery color and I'm just taking this with my finger because it works just fine. And I'm tapping this color to my whole lid area. I always like to add a shimmery color to my lid when I'm doing more kind of natural makeup look, because I just love how light reflects from my eyes whenever I do this. And I don't know, it looks like I put a little bit more effort than I actually did. And then I'm taking this lighter color as well and I'm just tapping this a little bit on top of the other shimmery color. And this one I'm focusing mostly to the center of my eyelid. Then I want to darken up my outer corner just a little bit, so I'm taking this kind of medium matte brown and with this kind of more precise brush I'm just starting to tap this color to my outer corner and a little bit to my crease as well. And I'm just quickly going through everything with the first blending brush to make sure that there is no harsh lines between any shadows. Then for a daytime look, I normally don't want to go with a liquid liner. So what I usually do is I take this dark matte brown from the top corner and I run this color a little bit along my lash line, kind of to add a little bit definition in there, but not having to apply any kind of liner. Then I just highlight my upper waterline with a black pencil and then I just apply mascara to my top and bottom lashes. Okay, and then for my face, I want to do something really simple and light. So I'm first taking my Missha Perfect Cover BB cream and I'm starting to dot this to my face. And I'm just blending this out with my fingers. And then I'm just adding a second layer under my eyes and also other places where I think I need a little bit more coverage. Whenever I know that I'm gonna darken up my makeup later, I don't want to apply so much product into my skin in the morning. Because sometimes when you apply too much product to your face and then you still want to apply more later, it starts to look really cakey very fast. So I think that's something to keep in mind if you know that you are making your makeup a little bit darker or heavier throughout the day. So normally I would apply concealer at least under my eyes, but today I'm just trusting to my foundation and now I'm just applying a little bit powder under my eyes. And I'm using my NYX Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder as I do in every video. And then to give a little bit more color to my face, I'm taking my Hourglass Ambient Lightning Palette and I'm using this shade right here, which is called Radiant Light. I'm kind of using this powder as a light bronzer because I think this works really well for my skin tone. Then I'm taking my Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in the shade Rose Champagne. Right? And I'm applying this a little bit to my cheeks as well. Then to finish up my face makeup, I'm taking the same Hourglass palette and I'm using the middle shade to highlight my cheekbones a little bit. This gives really natural highlights, so I think it's really appropriate also for everyday use. I personally don't like to use anything too blinding for my everyday looks. And then I'm just gonna finish this simple daytime look by applying this Clarins Joli Rouge Brilliant Lipstick in the shade Guava. This is a really natural kind of shine lipstick that gives just a little bit color to your lips and it also wears off really nicely. So I love using something like this for my everyday. And And that is it for the daytime look. And then when I suddenly have straight hair and nail polish on, let's start to turn this into a nighttime makeup look. I don't know about you guys, but at least for me, the first thing I just have to do is to correct my eyebrows. We are going in with darker eyeshadows now, so I also want to make my eyebrows a little bit darker and more defined. So I'm just taking my NYX Micro Brow Pencil and I'm just starting to fill in any gaps that there might be after a long day. At least my eyebrows never look the same when I come home than what I did in the morning. And then let's grab the same chocolate bar palette that we were using. We already have kind of nice crease color on, so now I'm just starting to darken up things a little bit. So I'm first taking this color we already used in our outer corner, and this time I'm taking this shade with a small crease brush, and I'm starting to apply this color to my crease, and I'm kind of starting to darken up this lower crease part here a little bit. This time I'm also taking this color a little bit more towards the inner part of our crease. And then I'm just taking the same fluffy blending brush we already used, and I'm going through that crease one more time to make sure that there's no harsh lines anywhere. Next I'm taking this kind of flat tinted and I'm going into this kind of brown burgundy color right here. And this color has a little bit shimmer, but it's not so intense. So I'm just going to wet my brush with my MAC Fix Plus to get a little bit more out from this color. And then I want to use this color on my whole lid. This will pretty much cover up everything else we had on our lid, but I want to make this look a little bit smokier by applying this kind of darker shadow to my whole lid. And I'm not taking this color past my crease, I'm only keeping this on my eyelid. I'm also getting a little bit fallout from this shade, but it doesn't matter because we are gonna clean that up a little bit later. Then I'm taking more of that medium matte brown, starting to blend this lid color a little bit better to my crease. Now I want to create a little bit more dimension to the outer corner. So I'm taking my pencil brush and this darkest brown in the palette that we also already used. And I'm starting to build this color here in the outer corner. And then I'm of course blending one more time, and this time I'm also taking a little bit of this light warm brown to my brush. Then I'm taking my pencil brush again, and this time I'm going into this dark burgundy color, and I'm starting to take this color to my lower lash line. I'm taking this pretty much halfway in because I don't want to make this look too smoky by taking the color all the way in. So this time I'm keeping the color a little bit more towards the outer corner. And then I'm taking the dark brown again to really darken up this outer corner part. And then I will highlight my inner corner with this light shimmery shade. Then to make sure that there is no gaps between my lashes, I'm taking the same black pencil and I'm running this in my upper waterline one more time. Then I know that some people say that you shouldn't do this, but I'm still going to coat my lashes with one more coat of mascara. I just have to do this to make my lashes look a little bit longer. Also, this is a good way to hide any shadow fallout that you might have got into your lashes. You can of course also use falsies if that is your thing, but just I think that every dark look doesn't need false lashes, so that's why I'm not going to apply them today. And I probably should have done this before applying my mascara, but I decided that I want to apply liner along my upper lashes. So I'm using my Maybelline Hyper Sharp Liner and I'm drawing on just a small winged liner using this. You don't have to do this step if you don't want to use liner, and you can always also use black eyeshadow, same way we did in the first tutorial. And now that our whole eye makeup is done, I'm finally starting to clean up this fallout. So I'm just taking a clean brush and I'm just kind of starting to flick off the fallout from my face. And I think that works much better than starting to smudge things everywhere with your fingers. And now I'm moving on to the rest of my face. So I'm first adding a little bit more coverage with a concealer. So I'm taking this little bit under my eyes, also to my nose, a little bit to my forehead, and then to some other places where I want just a little bit more coverage. And I'm just starting to blend this out with my fingers. And I'm being very careful around my eyes so that I won't ruin this whole eye makeup I just did. You could also do this step before doing your lower lash line. And then I'm taking a little bit more powder to set that up. And this is why we try to keep everything really light to the daytime look. Because when you have many layers of products, it easily starts to look cakey and heavy. And of course we don't want that. And we also don't want anyone to know that we were so lazy that we didn't want to do our whole makeup again. We just applied everything on top of our morning makeup. And then whenever I do a little bit darker eye makeup, I also want to contour my face a little bit. So I'm taking my Makeup Geek contour powder in the shade Breakup. And I'm adding this a little bit to the hollows of my cheeks. And also a little bit to my temples and under my chin. And then the last thing I want to do for my face is to add a little bit more highlight. So I'm actually taking the same chocolate bar palette and I'm using the light shimmery shade as my highlight. So I'm taking this to my cheekbones. And also a little bit down from my nose and to my cupid's bow. And then the last thing I want to do is to apply another lipstick. Whenever I'm going out, I want to use lipstick that I know will stay on a little bit better. So today I'm using a ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Magic Wand. And this is just a really pretty kind of warm nude that I think complements this eye look very well. And this is the finished nighttime makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video or found it helpful or something. And if you did like this video, it would be so nice if you could subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I post 2 makeup related videos every single week, and by subscribing you can easily stay tuned for my upcoming videos. But yeah, I think that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I really hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and see you in my next one. Bye bye!